Good morning. Today I'm going to go get some of the vegetables that I picked up the other day into the vegetable beds, the upper vegetable beds, and get that soil that my husband carried for me up there all mixed in and get those started and turn the water back on to them. So let's go do that. So there are two types of tomato plants. There is an indeterminate tomato, which means that it will grow to great lengths. It is the vining type of tomato, and you want to put a tall support for it. And the other type is an indeterminate or a patio tomato, and that's something that might be better to grow in a pot on a patio or in an area where you don't have a lot of space for either a tomato support or for it to sprawl. I'm not very good at pruning my tomatoes, and so they tend to sprawl here. And sometimes we will find tomatoes coming up places where we didn't plant the tomatoes last time, but the tomato vine has sprawled to there and has left us some tomatoes that have gone to seed and then are growing again this year. So based on what kind of space you have, you're going to want to either get a determinate, which is a fixed size, or an indeterminate, which is a vining type. Down to the last one. So what I've been doing is taking out this grid, which it was kind of good the first year because it informed me where to make sure I had drippers. But I find it too constraining this year. I'll take that out. And then take out a few weeds that are here. And then I have these irrigation lines. So I'm pulling the pins out. This is from last year. Pulling the pins out. And then I'm gonna lift. Uh-oh, missed. So I'm glad it's warm out today because I can reattach those very easily when it's warm. Didn't mean to take them apart that much, but oh well. Okay, here we go. Now we can put our new soil in. make sure it's level so the water doesn't pool in one area. I like this mix because it has, it's ready to use. It has all the fertilizers, bat guano, poultry manure, and kelp manure. So I do not have to amend it. And it's just really, it's great. So I'm just going to leave what's underneath there. I'm going to put some carrots in here, but the water will bring the nutrients down. I mean, that's about, what is that? 3 or 4 inches before it gets down to the last year's soil. Whew. Okay, put the irrigation back. These all popped off. These are just 1/4 inch brown emitter tubes. And I have a valve on all my veggie beds, in a lot of places actually. And then you can turn it off when they're empty and you don't run water for no reason. This whole bed is on a slope, so I gotta make the dirt higher on that side. I lost my pins down in the blackberries. These are volunteer blackberries, and they're very thorny. Okay, uh-oh. Kind of need a pin on that side. In a pinch, I often use a stick to hold irrigation in place. Okay, ready to go. On that side, I put 2 tomatoes, 2 squash, and a kale, and some carrot seeds. And then this middle one is 2 tomatoes, cucumbers. I'm gonna go diagonally the opposite way here with my tomatoes. This one's a patio, so it's a determinate tomato. It's not gonna get huge, so I'll put it here toward the front. I may not even have to put a cage on that one. This one is an indeterminate. Here's where you see that vine type will need support. Put that one back here and have a tomato cage. Yikes, lizards. Right under an emitter. There we go. Okay, let me find the tomato cage. Alright, you guys are ready to go. I'm going to water these all in once I get them planted today. So I don't know what time the water runs. Okay, we have, there it is, the zucchini. What did I do in the middle? Okay. This one here-ish. This one, nice straight neck squash. Put it here. What's under there? Oh, rock. Oh, thank you. Okay. I am going to have to come back and put a cage over this whole thing so that the bunnies don't get everything, because it makes me very mad when critters eat my food. Oh, that's dry. Soak these. These have just been waiting to be planted. I do have more carrot seeds in the house I'm going to plant in this middle bed, but I'm going to go for these. Whoopsie do. Put these in here. Just going to find emitters and put a little run of them along next to the emitter. I was very, very happy with how these did last year, so very exciting. Come on. As usual, I have overdone it and I am really hot and it's time for an icy beverage. So I'm gonna head in and get some ice water and call it a day. Thank you for joining me, and I will catch up with you next time. Bye-bye.